Congresswoman, thanks for being with us here on the Hill. I think you might have heard some of Kevin O'Leary there. I'm wondering what you made of it and if you think anyone's actually going to buy it.
Yeah, well, I certainly think there's great opportunity here, right? It's a platform that millions of Americans use, but what we are trying to do here is truly protect our kids, our business owners, and American citizens. In that report you mentioned from ODNI, we consider China a very, very real threat. They are consistently trying to undermine the American people, our businesses, our intellectual property, our jobs. This is a safety and security issue for Iowa families and American families, and so what we've said is we want to preserve TikTok as a platform, and all that has to happen here is that divestment. Make sure that there is a clear divestment of any influence from the Chinese Communist Party. Also out today was that information that they are meddling in our elections. They are using platforms like TikTok to influence the outcomes of elections. So that's my huge concern. When I saw what happened last week when they sent out that push alert and had everybody call Congress, imagine what they could do on Election Day.
Yeah, you mentioned that push alert. There was a bipartisan well, we can show the alert, but they basically pushed it out on TikTok saying, you know what, push back on lawmakers. We were just learning, Congresswoman, of a classified intelligence briefing, I believe, that'll come tomorrow. FBI, Department of Justice, and the Director of National Intelligence will brief all House members as it relates to TikTok. Do you think this thing is actually going to pass, that the possibility of it being banned, essentially?
Well, I think we want to send a very clear message that we do not want this undue influence of the CCP reigning supreme over Americans' lives. I mean, they're controlling the algorithms, right? So they're deciding that they don't want any anti-Beijing videos to play, anything that showcases the Uyghur genocide that they're perpetrating. They're not letting us see that. So while their app version has a time limit for kids and it controls what videos their kids are seeing, it's very, very different here in the United States. So I do think there's wide bipartisan support for this. And as a mom, I'm very, very upset about how they weaponized that app and our kids last week.
So is Donald Trump wrong?
Well, I think this is a very serious national security threat. I think that we want to make sure that businesses have this platform available to them, but I think this is a very serious case where we need to look at what is truly best for the safety and security of our country long term. So
no,
I'll be
hear
interested
you,
to
but
get
he's
more information tomorrow at that briefing as well.
But he is against a ban, which is why I ask you, is he wrong?
Well, I think this is up to Congress to decide right now. I'm happy to sit down with the president and talk about why I think this is the right move to protect our kids and our country. I've been a part of many of these classified briefings recently as a member of the China Select Committee. So I think that it's an important move and an important signal that we're sending to the Chinese Communist Party. You showed that report that they may be even more aggressive and more determined going forward. So we need to counter that and be strong with our rhetoric, too.
And you referenced that report, and as did I. Here's something that caught my attention, Congresswoman. The PRC may attempt to influence the U.S. elections in 2024 at some level because of its desire to sideline critics of China and magnify U.S. societal divisions. You are on the China Select Committee. Desire to sideline critics of China. You are one of them. Have you noticed, or do you have any suspicion that maybe, they've been trying to influence you or doing anything on your end at some point?
Well, certainly they have been critical of me. I know when I went to go visit with the president of Taiwan when she was visiting the United States, they sent a threatening letter to me to try to deter me from going. All that did was double my resolve. I think it's really important that those of us who have that megaphone speak out against our adversaries when they are perpetrating these malign intentions on our country, on our children. We have thousands of Chinese nationals coming across our southern border. We just busted a clandestine biolab in California where they were containing things like Ebola virus, right? So this is truly the intent of the Chinese Communist Party to undermine us. I'm not afraid. I won't be deterred, and I will continue to speak out on this. And there's a reason why I go everywhere in my district. I hold town halls all the time so my constituents can come talk to me and get the straight story right from me.
We'll leave it there. Congresswoman Ashley Hinson, State of Iowa, a member of the Select Committee on China. Appreciate the time, Congresswoman. Talk to you again. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.